In this video, we'll show you how to adjust and service Shimano SPD pedals as well as SPD-compatible designs. Calvin Jones here, Park Tool Company. Before we get into the pedals, let's talk about where the drivetrain really begins. It's at the shoe. The shoe is where your body meets the bike. Now your Park Tool socks, we could exclude them, but the shoe and the pedal should be considered a unit. We could do a whole video on this. We won't get into that, but at least make sure those cleat bolts are tight. Good. Now, on to the pedals. Pedal service should be considered a routine maintenance procedure. The first thing to check is the tightness of the fasteners on the pedal body. Also check the bearings. Begin by giving them a spin. They should feel relatively smooth. Finally, check the play between the pedal body and axle. A little play is common, but this amount of play needs adjustment. Not all pedals are serviceable. Sometimes it's best just to replace them if worn. However, if the manufacturer has made considerations for bearing maintenance, it can be worth attempting service. Typical tools for SPD pedal service include appropriate wrenches, including hex wrenches and open-end wrenches, a vise and axle vise insert, the Shimano PD-40 and a wrench to turn it with, grease and rags. Regardless of the design, all SPD pedals are serviced the same way. It's best to service one pedal at a time. The bearing units are different, the pedal bodies are different, but it's very easy to confuse the two sides when they're disassembled, and that will ruin your day. Removal requires the proprietary tool, the Shimano PD-40, available from Shimano. Thread direction for the bearing unit is imprinted on the unit itself. Note that it is the opposite of the pedal thread direction. This bearing unit is left-hand thread, while the pedal axle is a right-hand thread. Hold the pedal firmly but gently, such as in a repair stand clamp. Install the tool and turn it with the wrench. The PD-40 has 36mm wrench flats, which is the same as some bottom bracket tools, such as the HCW4. As you remove the unit, you will encounter some resistance as the bearing unpresses itself from the pedal body. Now that it's out, let's look at how the bearing system works. We've taken this all apart so you can see what's going on. This is much like a hub system with a hub shell being this piece here. There's our cup surface like a hub. That piece would be this piece. We have a cone and a lock nut and loose ball bearings. Just like a hub, we're able to make adjustments to the cone through the lock nut to take play out of our system. Now we don't need to take it apart to this level because we can flush it and clean it and get fresh grease in there and then do our adjustments without taking it all the way apart. So the next step is actually to check for play here, and then we'll see how to take that out and then how to pack it with grease. If the unit is dirty, it can be cleaned by scrubbing with the solvent and blowing dry with an air compressor. Wipe out the pedal body using a rag or cotton swab. Continue until it's clean. The bearing play in the pedal can be adjusted using the lock nut and cone. Hold the pedal axle secure in some soft jaws like the AV5. Tighten it down securely. Grab the shell and check for play. Here there's a slight bit of motion, but with a wide pedal it's really going to be exaggerated. So this would really be unacceptable play on the outside perimeter felt at the pedal. So we need to bring the cone down slightly. You want a thin 10mm wrench. The lock nut is a 7mm. Hold the lower cone steady, break free of the lock nut. Clockwise a little bit, we're coming down with the cone. Hold and resecure. Snug about 4 to 5 Newton meters here. And check again. Very, very subtle play. Possibly one more adjustment. Break free the lock nut, slightly clockwise. Hold and secure. Play is gone. It turns smoothly with no play. It does sound dry. Greasing is next. It doesn't take much grease, certainly less than, say, a 1/2 inch or 12 millimeters at the bottom. Installing the shaft into the pedal body will force the grease up the middle of the bearing unit and into the bearings and races. Installation is simply the reverse of the removal process. Thread the bearing unit into the pedal body and tighten until snug. Wipe away any grease that was forced out of the pedal body. Repeat the process on the other pedal. Thanks for watching this repair help video from Park Tool. We're constantly adding videos and articles here on YouTube as well as our website at parktool.com. Please give this video a thumbs up if it helped you out. And of course, subscribe for the latest content from Park Tool.